Exposure is one of the most important elements of creating a great picture. Exposure is simply the process of allowing light to fall onto a photosensitive surface. In the case of your Nikon D300s, that is the image sensor. Proper exposure means the image is not too bright or too dark. An image that is too bright is said to be overexposed, and you'll lose detail in the highlights of the image. An image that is too dark is said to be underexposed, and you'll lose detail in the shadow areas. There are three elements that determine proper exposure. They are aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. Mastering the combination of the three will take your photography skills to new levels. The aperture is an opening inside the lens that controls how much light gets into the image sensor. The aperture can be opened to let more light in or closed to let less light in. Aperture settings are known as f-stops. You'll notice these settings in the viewfinder, on the control panel, and in the information display. The shutter is the gate that opens and closes for a precise amount of time to allow light to hit the image sensor. The shutter speed determines how long the gate is open, exposing the image sensor. Shutter speeds are typically shown in fractions of seconds and are shown with just the denominator of the fraction. The ISO setting on your camera controls the image sensor's sensitivity to light. It performs the same function that film speed does in older cameras. ISO settings on the Nikon D300s cover a range from 200 to 3200. Higher ISO settings like 800 or 1600 react very quickly to light and need very little time to capture the image. Other ISO settings like 200 and 400 are slower to react to light and require more time to record the image. Note that higher ISO settings will introduce a sort of grainy appearance in your photos. Aperture, shutter speed, and ISO work in harmony to create a proper exposure. To learn more about exposure and how it works, check out QuickPro's Fundamentals series.